Hello and welcome to the School of Education, CDA Credential Student Orientation. Our objectives for today will be to define the CDA credential, explain the setting and endorsement group options, review eligibility requirements, and identify the stages of CDA assessment. This Child Development Associate Credential, or CDA credential for short, is awarded to a person who is able to meet the specific needs of children and who, with parents and other adults, works to nurture children's physical, social, emotional, and intellectual growth in a child development framework. Now do keep in mind, it is not the same as an Associates of Applied Science degree from a college or university, such as Rasmussen College. So why the CDA? Rasmussen College has chosen to embed the preparation for the CDA credential application into its initial courses here at the college. It is considered part of the certificate program, and at the completion of the certificate requirements, you will be eligible to apply for the CDA credential. The CDA credential is a national credential, which allows it to be portable to most states as a baseline teacher qualification level. It's an independent verification of quality, which means an outside source has said that you have learned what you need to learn to be a high-quality educator as a basis, depending upon what state you go to. It does validate your work and accomplishment to date, which is always a wonderful thing, and it provides evidence of professional commitment to the field of early childhood education. It is particularly important to have that evidence of professional commitment, as most directors and program managers who do hiring like to see that you are continuing your education and you are always seeking to learn more. It's also the first step here at Rasmussen in your continuing education goals. We've set up a laddering system which allows you, as you are completing your credential, to also achieve milestones, hopefully improving your potential at work and your opportunities ahead. CDA eligibility. Now, the college strongly recommends that students do pursue the CDA credential, but we cannot make you do so or require it. There are certain eligibility requirements. Some of you may not be eligible based upon these requirements that we will discuss here. Most of you will be, and we do encourage you to apply for the CDA credential when the time comes. The first level of eligibility is that you must have 480 hours of experience, and this 480 hours of experience is working with children in an appropriate setting in the last 3 years. We'll discuss those settings in a moment. This experience can include your externship program if you are enrolled in the externship courses here through the college. If you are not, you will need to make sure that your experience comes from an outside source, an approved setting, within the past 3 years. You also need 120 hours of education in 8 subject areas. The benefit to this is that you will accomplish all 120 hours after completing your first 3 courses within our program, EC 100, EC 110, and EC 121. Now, the CDA credential also says that you have to make sure that you are in an appropriate setting working with young children. There are 3 settings that they currently have approved: center-based programs, family child care programs, and home visitor programs. These programs must be state approved or state licensed. Within each setting, there is an age level endorsement you can choose based upon your experience and your interest. For center-based programs, you can work with infants and toddlers, birth to 36 months, or preschoolers, which is mixed age grouping of between 3 and 5 years old. For family child care, of course, they are all combined, birth to 5 years old. There's always the option for a specialization in bilingual programs if this also suits you. You'll want to talk to your instructor if this is the case. The settings that are not eligible is really where you're going to want to pay attention. The settings that this council has determined as not eligible at this time would be a setting where you are a nanny or a babysitter, or where you are in a non-licensed or non-state approved preschool or early childhood program, or if you are a PCA or a personal care attendant. Now, the application process really starts now, as you are beginning your preparation for the CDA credential application. As I mentioned, the preparation will really be completed if you are completing the assignments within your courses EC 100, 110, and 121. All of the assignments to help you in that preparation are embedded there. Once you complete the EC-121 course, typically around your third to fourth quarter of attendance at the Rasmussen College, you will be eligible to apply for your CDA application. Your CDA application will be approved if it is paid for, which it is paid for by the college, provided you follow some specific directions. Then at that point, you will be notified that you are eligible to apply, and we will be contacting your professional development specialist, and you will be ready to take your CDA exam. Upon receipt of all the information we'll talk about in a minute, the council will make its credentialing decision. The first step in the preparation process is developing and creating your professional portfolio. It is intended to be a reflective professional development experience for every candidate, and it's a resource that you can hang on to throughout your career. The professional portfolio begins with a collection of resources. There are 10 of them. Used to be 17, but they have streamlined it down to 10. Next, the candidate writes reflective statements of competence, following the 6 competency goal areas. You will be talking about how you feel you are competent in this area using specific examples from your experience and your education. Finally, the entire portfolio culminates in writing of a personal philosophy statement, summarizing your viewpoint. You can also then take into account any learning that has occurred while you have collected your portfolio items and done your preparation. Remember, all of this preparation will occur in courses EC100, EC110, and EC121. You will also be submitting parent or family questionnaires. These are simple, clear opportunities for feedback, talking about your strengths and your areas of professional growth identified from the families or the parents. Candidates or you will have the opportunity to reflect back and read through all of your family questionnaires prior to your verification visit with your professional development specialist. More details will continue to be provided in EC121. You will choose a professional development specialist at the very beginning of your EC121 course who will assess your competencies and facilitate your self-reflection. This person can be someone that you know, or you can choose this person from the council website. No matter what, this person will need to be trained in the most recent training for professional development specialists issued by the council in the spring of 2013. The professional development specialist will conduct the on-site verification visit with you. Now, the process of application is fairly simple. First, you complete your application online and you submit your application for payment. Lucky enough, Rasmussen College will pay your $325 application fee. As long as you complete your application within 30 days of completion of EC121. Once your application and fee is received by the council, you get to receive a Ready to Schedule notice, which is where you will schedule your verification visit with your professional development specialist and you will schedule your CDA exam. The verification visit has been new and improved. It has 3 parts now based upon the ROAR model, or the Review, Observe, and Reflect model. During the visit, the professional development specialist will meet with you to review the contents of your portfolio, look over your training transcripts and any certificates, and also review with you your family questionnaires. The specialist will observe you working with children and record any evidence where applicable, and they will reflect with you, focusing on your areas of strength or growth found in your portfolio or seen in an observation. The next step you will do is schedule your CDA exam. Now, the CDA exam is now scheduled through a Pearson VUE testing center, and it will have about 65 multiple choice questions, some of which will have scenarios, followed by a multiple choice question. You will have about an hour and 45 minutes to complete the exam. Once all of this information has been received by the council, they will make your credentialing decision and determine whether you will receive your Child Development Associate credential. The credential is renewed, and it must be renewed every 3 years. There are certain requirements to renewal, which of course are always up for possible changes in the near future. But for now, they include current first aid and CPR, 80 hours of experience working with children, 3 college credits or 4.5 continuing education units, a letter of recommendation, and membership in a professional organization. Now we know this is a lot of information. You will get more information as your courses proceed, especially in the course Health, Safety, and Nutrition EC 121, where you will complete your application process. In the meantime, please contact your Early Childhood Education Program Coordinator, Campus Advisor, or your instructor for more help. Thank you.